So, Craig, a massive performance here tonight. 2-1 victors over Alfreton Town. What do you make of the performance?
Do you know what? I struggle to sum it up in the dressing room with the lads. It's character. I've said it week in, week out, and I feel like sometimes I'm repeating myself, but myself, Mark and Jack can tell them little things and tell them all these set pieces and things, but when you go down to 10 men and they scored that penalty and you're up against it, the way the lads put their bodies on the line, that's not something that we can give them. That's instilled in them, and they were out there working hard for each other. They gave everything for each other today, and honestly, all the credit has to go to the lads today that were on that pitch and on the bench. I know Hayden come off the bench and worked his socks off. We had Jamie, Marcel, Luke on the bench. Everybody brings something to the squad, regardless if you're playing or if you're not. And I think today we showed a different side to us. We've everybody knows we like to play football. It's what we try to do. We try to do the right things. But today we showed that we can battle with the best of them. And listen, Alfreton are up there for a reason. They're one of the best teams at doing what they're doing, and they get victories from it. And today we were able to out-battle them. And I think all credit to the lads from Cam all the way up to the top. It was just a pleasure. I wouldn't say it was a pleasure to watch because my nerves were gone, but it was a pleasure to see the final whistle go and the lads to get the rewards.
Well, it was a relatively quick start to the game as well. Got the goal within the first 10 minutes off the Will Hayhurst corner. Was that something that you tried to instill in the team after Saturday's performance? A quick start, be positive and get on the front foot early?
Yeah, I said to them, listen, Saturday's gone. As much as you'd want to try change it and do something, listen, it's gone now. We've got to move on to the next game, and we asked for a response because we all said Saturday wasn't good enough, and we got a response today. And starting quick in the games, and it just gives you a better chance, and it puts them on the back foot a little bit, and it did. And I thought up until obviously the penalty incident, I thought we were comfortable. I thought we were able to deal with things. We had 11 men on the pitch. It was nice, but no, it's definitely something that we want to instill. We need to start games quick and sort of implement our own style in the game and earn the right to play. And listen, these lads are just outstanding for me. For Mark, for Kizzer, for Jack, they just keep going and going and going. And listen, it's one of them. We're gonna win some, we're gonna lose some. But if we can respond like that after a loss, well then we're going in the right direction.
Let's talk about that penalty incident now. What was the thoughts running through your head when Marcus Posher got shown a second yellow card a second red card, I should say?
I thought it was a great save. No, listen, it's frustrating. It's frustrating because, like, listen, Posh is and has been absolutely fantastic this year, and in the last two games he probably let himself down a little bit, and he's got himself sent off twice. Regardless if he's meant it or not, or if or not, it's a tough one. But listen, we'll get around Posh. We'll look after him. We'll make sure he's all right, and I'm sure Posh will be the first person to want to respond to the mistakes he's done, and he'll want to show people that he's up for the fight. And listen, he's one of the top pros in our dressing room. He's definitely someone the young lads can look up to, even though he's still young himself. He's got a lot of experience at this club, and listen, he'll learn from it. I hope so. He's going to net next week. But listen, it's one of them. It's frustrating, but the lads dug deep for him, and that shows the group that we have. They've rallied around him, got the 3 points, and now his sending off doesn't look as bad. But yeah, might be a bit of a fine for him this week for 2 red cards.
Well, given that little performance and the performance at Hereford that he had earlier in the season, he might be challenging for the gloves later in the season.
Listen, that's what we said. We said, did you think you were back in goal again? But no, I think he's got to push in the back, and he said his arms have come up, and listen, we can't change it. It's done now. It's one of them. He'll have to own up to his mistakes, and Posh will be fine. Well, he'll be training this week. Hopefully, bring some cakes in to say sorry for the lads, and we'll get back to our normal sessions.
I suppose that effort as well, and that kind of selfless sacrifice in a sense, kind of inspired the defensive performance for the next 20 minutes as well. The boys dug in and then got that goal just before the stroke of half time. A genius ball from Jimmy Spencer to find Jordan Richards, who would pull it back for Barton to score. What was the message at half time to the boys?
Keep doing it. I thought even though they had 11 men, I thought we were the better team. Every time we got the ball, we looked to play forward. Now sometimes we have to kick it because you're under pressure and you're trying to get rid and clear your ball, but I said to them, keep playing. And I felt like even though we had 10 men, I felt like we were the better football inside, and we could create chances. And we kept doing that through the first half, and obviously a great ball from Reece to Jordan. It's gone inside, Jimmy's ended up with it. Jimmy's cut back in, played Jordan in, and obviously Spid's there to tap it in. And listen, it's a collective, this. Everybody's just on the same hymn sheet, and it's great to be a part of, and they all want to play the way we want to play. So when you've got both management staff and players going in the right direction and trying to do the right things, it's only a positive. And some days it will work, and like Saturday it didn't work. Us playing like that Saturday just didn't work, but today it did. And obviously we'll look back and go over the clips and see what we can do better, but all credit to the lads today. They were fantastic.
And that collectiveness showed and culminated in 75 minutes, if you're including the stoppage time, with 10 men, and then to win as well. How important is a performance like that, not just obviously with Saturday still in the back of some players' minds potentially, but also just the whole course of a season and where you are now in 7th place?
Yeah, listen, I said to them before the game, I said, yous have earned the right to be in this spot in the league. I said, and Alfreton are here to try to take that off you. I said, don't let them come to our home ground and take our 3 points, because we want to be up there at the end of the season. I know we talk about let's just focus on the next match, but we've also got to look at how well we're doing and go, do you know what, we earned it. We earned the right to be here and we deserve it. And the lads done that today. They showed that they deserve to be in this position and they deserve to go even further on. Listen, we don't know what's going to be around the corner, whether it's injuries, suspensions. We don't know. We might lose the next so many games. But these lads have done something special this year, and we'll keep myself, Mark, Jack, Kizzer, Lucia, everybody, Pete, will make sure that we all try to get the best out of these lads week in, week out, and we'll do whatever we can for them on the pitch, off the pitch. And listen, we will see where it takes us, but we're going to enjoy tonight, and then we're in Thursday. We'll focus on Scunthorpe then, and then we'll prepare properly for Saturday, and you never know what conversation we'll be having at 5 o'clock on Saturday afternoon.
And it is Scunthorpe that we travel to on Saturday afternoon. Going to be a massive occasion at their massive stadium as well. Will that be an aspect that you believe will intimidate or fire up your squad? I'm
hoping it's going to fire them up. I think after that performance there, they should fear no one. Listen, Alfreton have been played Tamworth last week and drew 0-0 with them when they had 11 men, and we've been able to beat them tonight. So we should be confident in our own ability. Understand that Scunthorpe have strengths and they are a quality team, but we've got to be obviously focused on ourselves and what we have and what we can offer and how we can take a game by the horns. But we'll go into that game in a positive mindset, looking to win, and that's what we do every game. We go to win, and hopefully on Saturday, as I said, at 5 o'clock we'll be having a nice positive conversation, and we'll see where the league table takes us then.
Craig, thank you for your time.
Always a pleasure, bud.